Darn it! He dashed out of here at full speed. It seems that there's one thing he's the best at. It's running away. Jesus! What the fuck? That's at Grand Tower Plaza. Curses. We're running out of time. We should check in with Mr. Shields. I'd also like to know what the situation is like on their end. But Mr. DeBest ran off again. We'll just have to give the new information we discovered to Francisco. Francisco will take his place. I wonder if that's going to be enough. It can't be helped. Since he ran away, there's nothing more we can do. I guess I'll just say it again. If there's no murder weapon, you can't prove the defendant is guilty. Just because we don't have the murder weapon doesn't mean the defendant is innocent. It seems you wish to taste the sting of my whip. Ah. Mr. Attorney, this trial, how much longer will it take? Because it feels like it hasn't gone anywhere in a while anywhere at all for quite a while now. Well, sorry, but that stubborn prosecutor over there just doesn't seem to understand. Until I'm satisfied. This whip will lash out at you as many times as I see fit. I know she's probably with me me once for every year I've lived. Miles, what's taking you so damn long? Even though we're just stalling for time, Uncle Ray can't keep this up much longer. Oops, excuse me. Phone call. Mind if I take this? I will allow it. Mr. Shields. Oh, Miles, it's you. How's it going over there? We found Sebastian. Oh, and the knife and the chisel? It seems he handed the evidence over to Blaise DeBest. It's very likely that Blaise knows the whereabouts of the murder weapon. Ex-Chairman DeBest. But why would Blaise? That I don't know yet. However, there may be some hidden connection between Patricia Rowland and Blaise. Gotcha. In that case, I'll issue a subpoena for Blaise DeBest right away. I'll grill him personally. I will continue to search for the missing evidence, and for John as well. Try to hurry up, would you? We're at our wits' end over here. Feels like the verdict could be handed down any moment. Understood. How much longer can Judge Courtney's heart hold out? I know she's in a lot of pain. I've got to hurry. You can make her wait. So, how's the trial going? Blaise will be taking the stand. I don't know how things will turn out, though. He'll do anything from hiding evidence to kidnapping. He really is nothing but trouble. I agree, we should probably take another look at the evidence concerning him. Okay, leave it to me. First, here's the latest evidence, fresh from the scene. They're the gloves from earlier, although I'm certainly curious about them. Anything else? The case files from the IS-7. If I recall, Blaise was involved in this, right? Indeed. He was involved in destroying the evidence. For now, let's keep this on hand. Nice. Now then, is there anything else? Of course. Last but not least, we got this. This is the badge, okay? The thief's badge. When talking things related to Blaise, please be serious. Aren't you always going around presenting random evidence too, Mr. Edgeworth? You lose HP for that. Ugh. No? Well, that's... Isn't that Sebastian? What are you doing here? Ah! He ignored us. He came out of the Grand Tower. What was he doing in there? Let's go investigate what Mr. DeBest was up to. Yes, let's just go. He was probably looking for evidence up there. The hatch is open. It might be Mr. DeBest who opened it. Did Sebastian come in here? Mr. Edgeworth, over there! The safe's open. Did he come here to open that? Let's examine it thoroughly. Evidence! There's something inside the safe. Let's go ahead and have a look. There's some documents in here. It's just a bunch of papers and... Huh? There's a photo here, too. This is a picture of... that's Mr. Knightley! Horace Knightley, the president's bodyguard. Why is this picture here? And what are all these papers for? I don't know. We'll have to read the document to find out. It's probably like a case file. I'm all but certain there is a connection between Knightley and Dogen. Dogen's chess partner, whose identity remained unknown until now, was actually Knightley all along. That is proof enough. Tomorrow, I shall interrogate him in the warden's office. I'll get him to confess that he's one of Dogen's henchmen. That thing he laid to rest near the flower bed 12 years ago. He simply must retrieve it. What? This seems to be a report about Knightley. What thing 12 years ago? Not to mention it was apparently written before Knightley was killed. Horace Knightley was murdered while he was being interrogated in the warden's office. Judging from the contents, this document was probably written by Patricia Rowland. I knew it. The question, however, is who this report was addressed to. The owner of the safe is... the conductor, Blaise DeBest. So this proves that Miss Rowland and Blaise are connected. Indeed. However, it's not just the two of them. Huh? Blaise DeBest and Patricia Rowland were searching for Dogen's henchman. Siren Dogen, that dog-loving assassin! This means that there is a hidden connection between the three of them. I wonder what it could be. I don't know. But it must be related to this case. Report on Knightley, jotted down in my organizer. Ah, there's some other stuff in here that I remember seeing. The ring and chessboard. There's something on his finger. Let's have a closer look. Oh, it looks like an expensive ring. Don't steal it. What? I didn't do anything yet. It's Horace Knightley's. The chessboard and the ring. All of his possessions are inside the safe. So basically all this stuff is evidence from the prison case. Correct. Then the knife and the chisel that vanished might be in here too. No, clearly that's been moved. Or, I say clearly been moved, but I assume it's been moved at this point. Just because I don't see it in there. Unless it's in the chessboard. Let's see, Mr. Knife, Mr. Chisel. Which is probably why DeBest was running out of here, because he was looking for it. They're not in there. I guess it's all just Mr. Knightley's stuff. I see. That's too bad. Horace Knightley is dead. Edgeworth! This game isn't over yet. You hear me? Aye. Aye. However, the game is not over yet. Unless I can see through it to its end. See it through to its end. Leave. Young lady, good sir, might I interest you in some cotton candy? Yeah, there you go. There's also ice cream, if that is what you'd prefer. You. Shelley the Killer. It's good to see you are well, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you doing in a place like this? As you can see, I'm selling cotton candy. Would you care for some heavenly cotton candy? Even sweeter than death. One bite will send you straight to heaven. It's definitely not something I'd want to buy from the killer. The meaning of my message. Have you understood it? I congratulate you on resolving the case. However, can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved? Have you been spying on this whole time? Spying? Heavens, no. I was simply watching over you. Well disguised as a cotton candy salesman. Isn't that the exact same thing? What is this man's objective? Were you the one who murdered the president? No. The contract with my client has already expired. President Huang is a bit of a celebrity in the world of assassins, you see. Over the years, many attempts to end his life were made. And yet, he stubbornly lives on. He is a robust man, surrounded by flawless security. He even employs body doubles. Robust. That president. Rotund would seem more apt. Well, because he was probably a body double. Because he literally just said he deploys bodyguards. However, it seems this time the president's security wasn't exactly flawless. Mr. Rook had only just prevented your previous assassination, but this time, I did not kill him. It is not my principle to kill needlessly. I'm also grateful to Rook, a worthy adversary who was connected to me by fate. Thanks to that man, I did not kill a target who had no value to be killed. Thanks to Rook preventing the assassination. What does he mean? What he means there is a body double. There's no value to kill a body double when the goal is the president. My client deliberately gave me a false target. It was a betrayal, most foul. I am now searching for my client. In all likelihood, it is the same person you are looking for. So he's saying that his client murdered the president. Body double! Just who is this person you're referring to? I myself am not allowed to say. It would be a violation of the rules. I cannot disclose the identity of my clients. But to do so would create a problem of trust with my other clients. This is precisely why I am personally searching for them myself. What are you going to do when you find your client? Of course, they shall be rewarded with a punishment most fitting of a traitor. What? The person? What will happen to them? I will leave that up to your imagination. It certainly won't be anything pleasant. Oh, yes. I will tell you just one more thing. 3 days ago, Sir Hondogan escaped from prison. What? Bye. Yoink. 3 nights passed. Dogan's cell, a solitary cell, was found vacant. It was almost as if he knew I would come pay him a visit. He visited Dogan's cell. Could it be that the person the killer is searching for is? It's not Dogan. It's someone connected to him, though. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I must get going. Let us both do our best in tracking down that person. I'm picking up what he's putting down. So the killer and Dogan, these two assassins. This sound is... Mr. Edgeworth! Judge Courtney's cell phone's ringing. Maybe John. What is this ringtone? Mr. Edgeworth, how are you doing? Sounds like they're using a voice changer. Who is this? Someone you've been searching for. The one in the red hood. The red hood. Are you the person who ambushed Kay? Brilliant deduction. I'd expect no less from a prodigy prosecutor such as yourself. Mr. Edgeworth, I want to listen in on this too. Very well. I'll put it on speaker. Well, I must say that I didn't expect the girl to get amnesia. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? But that's not all, you see. Perhaps I should let you in on this, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I was the one who ordered Blaise DeBest to kill Jill Crane. What? This must be the person the killer spoke of. Exactly. I really should. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You have no reason to thank me. Oh, you haven't noticed. My, that's troublesome, you know. I wanted you to catch Blaise for me. So I took dear little Kay. What? If Kay was suspected, I knew you would investigate the case. And I was sure that the great Miles Edgeworth would be able to catch Blaise. It was all according to my plan. And you know, I get the feeling that you have the wrong idea. So let me clear something up. Blaise DeBest wasn't the one who kidnapped Miss Courtney's son. I was. You. What do you know about the kidnapping? You and Miss Courtney are really quite alike, you know. She even came to visit you in the detention center, and got all friendly with you. How could this person know something like that? Courtney was supposed to have visited me using the detective's name. I bet you're wondering how I knew about the kidnapping, right? It's quite simple, really. It's because darling little John is in my care right now. What? Huh? You seem surprised. If only I could see the look on your faces. Quickly, little Kay. You have to hurry and steal him back. You wouldn't want it to tarnish the great thief's name on your first job, would you? You even know it's my first job? Why does this person know everything in so much detail? What a weirdo. Well, I suppose I can't blame you for your mistake. It seems Blaze was after John as well, you see. So there were 2 kidnappings. He's such a fool, you know. Kidnapping his own son instead. Is John there with you? If he is, then I would like to hear his voice. He's here, but I'm afraid I can't do that. You see, he's asleep right now. In that case, there's no way for us to know if you really kidnapped John or not. I suppose you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. What's your objective? Is it to get Patricia Rowland declared not guilty? An odd guilty verdict, eh? I couldn't care less about that. So his objective is different from Blaze's. What's the goal? I think I'll keep my objective a secret for now. Well then, I must be going. I hope you enjoy yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't think you can get away with this. Then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that. Hello? Did a fucking bomb go off? Who in the world was that? I don't know. We don't have enough information. Darn it, we're totally clueless. Meanwhile, they seem to know everything about us. Know everything about us. Okay, you're right. Thinking about it, it is strange. How does the culprit know so much about us? It's so weird. I mean, they even know about the kidnapping. We must figure out how the culprit was able to obtain that information. I must recall, what exactly did that person know? You and Miss Courtney are really quite alike, you know. She even came to visit you in the detention center and got all friendly with you. You wouldn't want to tarnish the thief's name on your first job, would you? You even know it's my first job. You seem surprised. If only I could see the look on your face. That's it. By analyzing our conversation with the culprit. I figured it out, Kay. I know the source of this person's information. What? Really? Well, I don't think he's been tailing us. I don't think it's actually possible. He couldn't have gone into the prison. He's been taking photos of us, doesn't really get to the contents of the conversations. He pointed a bug on us. I believe it's highly likely that we've been bugged. Bugged? If you recall what that person said. He seemed surprised. If only I could see your faces. If they could see our faces, that means they weren't taking our pictures or following us. Oh, duh. Well, obviously he's not like here right now calling us. We would have fucking heard him. Then they must have planted a bug somewhere. Could it be in my stuff? Probably. Was there anything they could have had a chance to bug? There must have been a head somewhere in our conversation just now. That's right. The person knew something they shouldn't have. The conversation between Judge Courtney and I in the visitor's room. Which means there had to have been something on him when he was in that visitor room. Hush. Please have a seat. The only evidence I had on me with at the same time was, where was the bug planted? It has to be this. I've had this thing on forever. Okay, may I see your badge? My thief's badge? No way. Why not? Mr. Edgeworth, just because you became a great thief's assistant doesn't mean you're ready to wear the badge yet. That's not it. It's very likely that a bug was planted on it. What? My badge? Let's take a closer look. On the other side. Examine. Yeah. This is... Seems I was right. Thief's badge. Data organized. Added. How did you know? I'm smart. The people had been in contact with you. You mean when I was knocked unconscious? Yep. Yes, that's why I thought one of your possessions might have been bugged. However, that person also overheard my conversation with Judge Courtney. Even though that conversation took place in the visitor's room with just the two of us. So you were holding on to it at that time. Exactly. All the other evidence has been taken away from me. Only the thief's badge remained with me. And because he didn't have her clothes. So this creep's been listening in on us this whole time. Indeed. That must be how they knew about all the information we collected. Does that mean they're also listening in on this conversation? Most likely. Hey, Buster! Okay. Eavesdropping is for cowards. Why don't you come out here and fight us fair and square? Hello? What was that sound just now? Ow. Huh. That's Nicole. Honestly, y'all scaring the bejesus out of me. What? Your voice is so loud there, little miss. I'm so surprised I done fell flat on my behind. I'm sorry. What are y'all getting riled up for? You gotta hear this. It really grinds my gears. Yes, yes? Okay, please just leave it at that. Unless you want to make it tomorrow morning's headlines. Ah, that was close. Aw, shucks, don't be such a stick in the mud. What's wrong with letting a gal open her heart and spill the beans? For now, I'll turn the bug off. Yeah, you could have just done that. So, did you find the kidnappers? Miss Swift, was the boy you saw being kidnapped? This boy in the photo? Nope. They ain't nothing alike. He had a more stupid-looking face and was wearing a colored school uniform. Collar. I thought so. Yet again, we are led astray by this woman's testimony. We'll have to conduct our investigation all over again. We probably should have just asked, did it look like this guy? So we're back to where we started. Are there any new leads? No. There's only 20 minutes left until 2 o'clock. Will we be able to make it in time? Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! About that phone call just now. Wasn't there a strange sound at the end? Yeah, like an explosion. Strange sound. Don't think you can get away with it. Then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt it. Now that you mention it, it sounded like an explosion. It might be a hint to establish the culprit's whereabouts. I see. The sound of an explosion, eh? I would appreciate it if you stopped eavesdropping on us. Mr. Prosecutor, you're as stingy as ever. First, let's see what she has to say. Beginning. Oh, hey, Gumshoe. Why are you following us? Nope. Nothing to do with the explosion. Hey, Gumshoe. Gummy, why are you running away? Detective Gumshoe. When Mr. Edgeworth gave up his prosecutor's badge, I just didn't know what to do. What? Detective Gumshoe, don't follow me. Oh my fucking god. And then I began to think, if Mr. Edgeworth isn't a prosecutor anymore, does that mean I'm no longer a detective? No. But that's not true. Even without Mr. Edgeworth, I'm still a detective, and investigating is my job. Detectives don't investigate just for the sake of prosecutors, pal. That's why, even if I'm on my own, I won't stop investigating. So you've been investigating by yourself? Then perhaps at that time, you should thank your former subordinate. He gave me some valuable information which may save Kay. Detective Gumshoe, why don't you just fucking say something? It's a Jules Crane autopsy report. I went to the detention center to see how Kay was doing. That's when I heard. When you get to where I am, you can just create your own truths anytime you want. Kay Faraday is the culprit. That was the truth that I simply manufactured out of thin air. Good. Very good. That face. That expression. You heard that conversation? That's right. And that's why I looked over the evidence again myself, sir. Gummy, that's amazing. So it was you who saved me. Okay, I'm really glad you got your memories back. Thank you. You get it now. I can investigate on my own. Okay, well, what? Okay. Gummy, don't run away. You've already proven that you can investigate on your own. After all, you saved me. Detective, I need your help. Currently, I'm not a prosecutor, nor am I much of anything else. Even so, I will pursue this case. I ask you not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us? What? Oh, please cut it out, sir. Gummy! Just say yes, Jesus. Okay, I got it. I get it, pal. I can't bear to see Mr. Edgeworth bowing his head to me like that. Gummy! Thank you, detective. What do you want me to do, sir? Go investigate this explosion noise.